Hey everyone, welcome to the class. In this lecture, we are going to learn how we can implement a delete method using Apex REST. So here is a use case for us. We need to get an account ID from the URL that third party will be requesting, and then based on that account ID, we need to check if that ID exists into the system. If ID exists, delete that record. If not, return a message saying that no record found with the ID. So without a further delay, let's quickly start. This is our class where we are working, that is account manager. We are going to create one more method which will be annotated as @http delete so that it can work whenever user is trying to use a delete method while accessing our URL. Now we have annotated this as our http delete. We need to make sure we are changing the method as well, the name of our method. No parameters are required this time, but if you want you can definitely send the value, but we don't require any parameter here. And as we know that we wanted to get the account ID from the URI, we already did into the previous lecture. We can copy the code from there. We have got this. We are getting the request information into a variable of type REST request class. From the request URI, we are storing into a string variable, that is request URI. How or what value we will get, we can quickly try to debug here. And then what we are getting here is we are saying we wanted to get the ID which will always be at the end of our request, because after that we don't want to get anything. If even user will send anything, no matter what the value they are sending, we are going to throw the error that no record found with that ID. Now in order to what will be the return type our method, so the return type our method will be string. Why we are using a string? So we are using a string as a return type because we wanted to send them a format, or we wanted to send them a result which will be a type of string, which will say account deleted, or we will say no account found. So in order to check either account is there or not, so we will say here let's use account, and we will say here account list. Again, why we are storing the value inside an account list? Because there might not be any record with the ID they are sending. So we are saying select ID from account, where account ID in, sorry, this is where account ID in the variable that we have account ID here. And then we need to check if this list, and the list which is account list, if it has at least one record, that means the size is greater than 0, then we need to delete that record, else we need to send other information, that is no record found. So we have here, let's say that delete sec list, and we will return here, we will say return, what we are going to return is we are going to return a message in a JSON form. So I will say message account record deleted. This is what I'm going to return. If I don't found any record, again I'm going to return another value to the user. I will say message account record not found, and this is it. We just need to make these changes into our Apex class where we are working. So now just let's quickly test this, and then we will also modify this class in order to handle few more requests, or in order to handle errors if there are any error while deleting the record. So to test this, what we need to do is we just need to quickly copy this record ID. We are already there in Workbench. In the utilities REST API Explorer, we have the URL. We just need to select delete method, and we are good to execute. Let's quickly try to execute this. And you can see here we are getting message and what record deleted, but we can see here so raw response, and we can see the result we are getting account record deleted. Sorry, account record delete, there is a typo mistake, but yeah, we are getting 200 and we are getting the response as well. That means we have created. Now if we try to execute it again, because the account has been deleted from the system, even we'll try to see here we get record deleted. If we try to execute this again, we will see some other information that it's saying that account record not found. So these are the two scenarios that we handled here. Now let's suppose while deleting the record even we are getting some error. How we can handle that? So for that we have try catch message, because we don't want user to send an false error or false message to saying that record has been deleted but the record is still exists into the system. So we will say we will leverage the functionality or benefit of try catch, and inside try we are going to delete, and from there if it doesn't come inside catch block, that means record has been created. If it comes, what we are going to send here is we will store the error message, because from the exception we can definitely store the message which are error. We can say that exception dot get message. This is our object name and this is the method, and now we need to send this method as a response. So we can say here this is what we wanted to send to our third-party system, or to the system which is making our request call to this URL. Now we saved this. Let's quickly try to find out another account and see if we are getting some error or we are able to replicate. So we can try to find out some account which have opportunities and cases. Okay, we have closed opportunity. Hope we will get the error, but see what happens. We are trying to replace ID with our account ID. Execute this, and we are getting error here, delete failed. First exception on row 0 with ID, whatever ID you are sending is that delete failed. Your attempt to delete this account could not be completed because it is associated with following cases. So this is how we are also implementing, or we can say we are also handling the errors if there is any errors while deleting the records. So this is it for this lecture, and we will see you into the next lecture with a brand new method which is HTTP patch, how we can work with that. Thank you.